Therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
The air inside your home can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than outside air. John Henry's priority is keeping your home safe and healthy for you and your family. Cleaning your home's air duct system is an important part of that goal. Our service professionals will clean your air ducts using top-of-the-line equipment that pulls air in reverse through the duct system, while using compressed air and agitation tools to remove unwanted particles. Once the air is discharged, it runs through 3 stages of filtration, leaving your air duct system restored and functioning cleaner than ever. Contact John Henry's today and schedule your steps to a healthier home.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point, redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. Agri-City Insurance, protecting what you grow. And by Family Physical Therapy and Sports Center, getting you back in the game.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. You live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Just finished an epic game? Keep the excitement going with a stop at Good to Go convenience store on your way home. Refuel with a fresh coffee. Grab a tasty sandwich and fill up your tank to be ready for the next adventure. Whether you're celebrating a win or discussing the highlights, Good to Go has all your post-game refreshments covered. Make it a part of your game day routine.
Good to Go post-game snacks.
My name is Jesse Moore. Our 22-year-old son died from suicide. My journey with Caden's death was leading me down many dark paths, of which none included blaming God. It would have been easy, and he would have accepted it. How or why? I did not. I am not sure of other than the signs that only Jesus could have possibly controlled were put in front of me from the moment of this horrible family event. The only way I found to ease the pain of losing Caden was the time that I was able to spend in prayer with Jesus. If you are struggling, contact your local pastor or priest or call 988.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice for complete vision care for all ages. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
A body in motion stays in motion until you feel that muscle tighten, that sharp pain you didn't expect, and suddenly you're stopped in your tracks. KRT helps you get back in action with all natural pain relief in just minutes. Don't get sidelined by muscle cramps. Stay in the game with KRT.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. You live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? it's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora, and by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Just finished an epic game? Keep the excitement going with a stop at Good to Go convenience store on your way home. Refuel with a fresh coffee. Grab a tasty sandwich and fill up your tank to be ready for the next adventure. Whether you're celebrating a win or discussing the highlights, Good to Go has all your post-game refreshments covered. Make it a part of your game day routine.
Good to Go post-game snacks.
Hi, I'm Baylor Shireman, proud to call Aurora, Nebraska home. From dreaming big in a small town to being drafted by the Boston Celtics, I've always aimed for the best. That's why I rely on Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevrolet in Aurora for my vehicles. When you're driven to succeed, you choose a winning team. Before you drive away in your next car, check with the team that knows how to win. Roe. It's the Roe you know.
2025 Nebraska State Basketball on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Teammates Mentoring. Join the team. Be a mentor. Go to teammates.org today. Woodhouse Auto. Convenience delivered every time. Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. And by 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank with your financial needs.
Basketball continues at the Bob Devaney Sports Center on News Channel Nebraska. I'm Michael Shively, Andy Klassen next to me, Pat Jansen, the third member of our team, and we're here to the fourth game of the day and the final game in the Class C2 state quarterfinals. 3 teams have already advanced: GACC, Elkhorn Valley, and we just saw a dominant performance from Crofton. Up now, it's the 3 versus 6 game. We're really looking forward to this. Oakland-Creig against Homer. They have a combined 5 losses, and these teams like to get up and down the court.
They really do. Play with a lot of pace. Both of these teams like to push, score in transition, so look for a lot of runouts, a lot of outlet passes. This one's going to be fun.
Might see a few shots launched from beyond the arc as well. Let's get right into things, talking about your key players. First, for the team that's the 3 seed, the Oakland-Creig Knights, led by Coach Scott Kaczynski. He has a star junior he can turn to in Briar Ray.
Yeah, Ray does a phenomenal job. She's only 5'8", but leads the team in rebounding, also puts in about 14 points per game, so she does a little bit of everything. She's quick to get that rebound, find that outlet pass. Look out, she's a difference maker.
Mentioned there might be some three-pointers fired up. Allie Albright is sure to be doing that for the Homer Lady Knights.
The Homers as a team are a scoring machine, and she does such a phenomenal job with that three-point shot and really catches a lot in the trail 3. She pushes the pace, they kick it out, look out, she knows how to can it.
It's Homer and it's Oakland-Creig. To learn more about the matchup, let's head over and talk with Pat Jansen.
Thanks, guys. When you look at this Homer team, you think toughness. 2 players with the same last name, not related, but cut from the same cloth. Riley Harris missed last year with a foot injury, but she's back to lead the Knights this year. Meanwhile, Lily Harris played all of this year until the sub-district semifinals, partially dislocated her elbow, missed the rest of sub-districts, but then was cleared for districts and helped lead this team to the state tournament. Meanwhile, over on the Oakland-Creig side of things, also speaking of people with the same last name, Coach Scott Kaczynski, his daughter, Sonia Kaczynski, is one of the leaders of this Knights team, but nobody knows her as Sonia. They know her as Booch. Why? Well, because she comes from a sports-loving family. They watched Sports Center growing up, and she always saw John Buchagros. Couldn't say his name, though, so everyone just called her Booch because that's all she said. She's hoping that her team tonight will be a winner-winner chicken dinner. We've got more state basketball coming up after this on News Channel Nebraska.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Hi, my name is Ryan. John chapter 8 says, "Let the one among you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone." Jesus tells us not to condemn others. It's not our job. He then tells the woman being condemned, "Now go and sin no more." He loves her too much to let her stay where she is. He wants so much more for us. He wants us not to just squeak by in our lives, but to live fully in Christ's example.
The pregame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com and by KRT. Learn more at KRTRelief.com.
Hey, sports fans, heading to the big game tonight? Make sure you stop by Speedy Mart before you hit the stadium. Fuel up your car and grab your favorite snacks and drinks to keep your energy high. Whether it's chips, soda, or a quick meal, Speedy Mart has everything you need to kick off your game night right. Don't miss out. Swing by Speedy Mart for all your pregame essentials.
Speedy Mart, snacks before the game.
Welcome back here to the Bob Devaney Sports Center, getting ready for game number 4 of our 6 games on the air here today. Class D2 to follow, but before that, we need to figure out the final team from Class C2 that will complete the state semifinal bracket. Let's talk about these schools in your school spotlight, brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com today. There it is, Homer High School in the northeast corner of Nebraska. They did win a state championship back in 2011. Had a good stretch of making state back then. 5 total appearances before this being their 6th. Many of them under the current head coach, Merlin Tremaine. Meanwhile, Oakland-Creig, just to the east of West Point, where we've already learned today they played pretty good basketball there at Guardian Angels Central Catholic. 6 state tournament appearances, but this team has been busy in getting to Lincoln. As a matter of fact, I want to correct that number. It's now 7 trips to state in the last 10 years, 5 out of the last 6, 4 straight. They hadn't been before 2016.
Right, a lot of recent success building upon season for Oakland-Creig, and boy, they've been knocking on the door. They would like to kick that door in this year.
This is the 6th time Scott Kaczynski has led a team to the state tournament. Both squads in northeast Nebraska, we've talked about it all day. That appears to be the hotbed of Class C2 and D1, and that means even though these teams haven't played each other, they've played a lot of similar teams and a high level of competition between the East Husker and Lewis and Clark conferences.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, you look at some of these point totals for these two teams. The Lady Knights scored 80 points against Walt Hill in the middle of the season. And you could say more the same type of style from Oakland-Creig, where they're not, they're putting up 60 points, 70 points per game. So I think we're going to see some offense here this afternoon.
No doubt about it. Let's get to your starting lineups. They're brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you are cared for. Starters for Homer, the 6th seed. They turn to Lily Harris, a 5'8" junior. Tori Walker is a 5'7" senior. Allie Albright, a 5'8" senior. Janessa Overgaard, a 6'1" junior. Starting lineup for the Homer Lady Knights. They're wearing the road blacks with red numerals and white trim. Oakland-Creig Knights. 23-3 the record. In their starting lineup, they go to Briar Ray, a 5'8" junior. Addie Rennerfelt, a 5'7" senior. Sonia Gazinski, a 5'8" junior. Bailey Pellin, she's a 5'7" junior. And Hillary Ray rounds out the starting lineup. She's just a freshman, 5'9", has a chance to make a big impact on any game she plays in, already averaging 9 points and 6 boards a game.
You mentioned the senior Rennerfelt does such a good job scoring the ball, rebounding the ball defensively, protecting the rim. Exactly what you want from that senior leadership position, night in and night out.
Both of these teams known for their pace. Oakland-Creig averaging 58 points per game. That's up from last year in their state tournament team that averaged 54 a game. Homer averaging 59 points per contest. So we expect to see some offense. The test, how do they adjust to the stage? We've seen some teams excel. We've seen one player in this gym hit 8 threes yesterday.
Yeah.
But we've seen some teams struggle to hit 2 threes on a game. Depth perception and purely the pressure of the state tournament can make it tough to be consistent when shooting.
You know, there is a number of factors, and one of which being, you hit the nail on the head, the Bob Devaney Sports Center doesn't lay out or play like a typical C1 or C2 gymnasium up in northeast Nebraska. So, yeah, finding your range, getting your depth percentage all dialed in, all keys to your offense getting off to that hot start, consistent start that both of these teams are looking for.
Buckle up. We got a track meet on the hardwood coming your way. Overguard set to jump for Homer.
Got to feel that her size is going to come into play. 6'1", tallest player on the court. She can run like a deer.
7 rebounds a game. Not a huge scorer, but has a big impact. She'll jump against Kaczynski, who's given up about 4 or 5 inches.
The way the Lady Knights of Homer like to operate their offense inside out, so they'll threaten with overguard, and then she's so good at kicking the ball out, finding those perimeter shooters that you've alluded to a moment ago.
The Oakland-Creig fans are ready.
Feel the anticipation.
They've been waiting for this all season. A team that really wanted to get to state and did. Told you they'd go fast. There's a 3 in less than 3 seconds, but it's just off the mark for Allie Albright. Fast the other direction, and there's 2 for Addie Rennerfelt. We're underway.
Wow, 2 shot attempts in under 10 seconds for each team.
Homer on offense. Loves to pull the trigger from long range. It's not even about finding the best shot. They want to get one up. Crash the glass. Here they do on defense. Get a deflection and a steal and a foul on Briar Ray.
Yeah, they want to shoot the ball early in each possession, really keep the pressure on the defense. This afternoon's officials, Todd Baranek, Aaron Kruger, and Todd Heidoff. Got a little bit of a workout in front of them here.
Yes, this is one where you want to make sure you didn't go for a run in the morning earlier. The consecutive turnovers here in the backcourts and a good take and foul. Rennerfelt gets the deuce and a chance at the line to add to it. Good start for Oakland-Creig.
That's twice now the senior Rennerfelt attacking the left side of the rim, taking on the contact. You see how she kept her composure? Nice little touch off the window.
And converts at the line.
Give her all 5 of the points on the scoreboard here thus far.
Addie Rennerfelt recently reached 1,000 career points. Adding to it here in the first minute.
Oakland-Creig falling back into their man-to-man defense.
Deep 3, and this one's right on the mark. Riley Harris, the senior, fills it up.
Oh, just enough arch on that deep top of the key 3.
Her 32nd from deep this season, a team that's shot 573s in 26 games.
Yeah, that was a deep screen, so that kind of pushed her a little deeper into the backcourt, but that's okay.
Might have got a piece of that one, did Homer. And now the Lady Knights push it up ahead, and contact. A sprint by Allie Albright to get to the hoop.
You know, you mentioned it at the top of the broadcast, they're not always looking for maybe the best shot, but they're looking for a shot early in the possession, force the issue. Case in point, right there.
Foul was on the court. The shot hits the back rim for Riley Harris, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Albright. Already mentioned her name a few times. College basketball is in her future. Allie Albright will play at Morningside in Sioux City.
Staying up in that northeast Nebraska area.
We'll round up in this case, call it Nebraska by extension. Knights get to the line again.
Really
Foul called on Albright.
Really like what Oakland-Creig's doing, looking up their senior, one of their leaders. Once again, Rennerfeld on the left side.
This is your first quarter, which is brought to you by John Henry's, our family, serving yours. 0 for 2 for Rennerfeld, but there's the rebounds. It's collected by Bailey Pellin. Homer extending that defense, pressuring in the half court. And they get this takeaway. Riley Harris has been active to start this game. Here's Albright. She's going to launch and hits.
That's a next level type of take. You mentioned how she's going to progress, play at the next level collegiately, catch and shoot, transition three.
Rennerfeld again.
Oh.
And the bucket counts. There's a foul called as well. 7 points for Addie Rennerfeld and a chance for another one here at the line.
Once again, from the left side, baseline on that occasion. Takes on the harm, gets the hoop.
And gets the basket. And Andy, I'm happy to say, 2 lead changes already in this game. We did not have a single tie or lead change in the first 3 games of the day here on this court.
Well, we thought this might be a back and forth type of affair, and boy, we've seen it thus far.
Albright poked. That's the second foul already on Briar Ray.
Yeah, just the quick handles, the quick feet from Albright. Trying to blow by Ray. Ray getting whistled. She's going to take a little break here.
Lily Harris gets it into Albright. Wants another 3. Splash! She screams, let's go! And why wouldn't you? Back-to-back tray balls for Albright.
Oh, that's a welcome sight for all the Lady Knight fans out there.
Here's Kaczynski for 3, and she can match it.
And that's been the case thus far. The Knights have had the answer thus far.
I think you could hear it maybe a little bit on our microphones there, but the crowd going booch after she hit that. Heard all about it in Pat Jansen's pregame report.
It's always fun when you see the personality of a team develop over the course of a season and over the players' careers.
Man-to-man defense by Oakland-Creig, and a sandwich. The filling, Allie Albright. She's fouled. She'll go shoot 2.
Albright showing you that she's not one of those type of players that's just going to post up and, you know, hang around the perimeter, look for that shot. No, she got inside, got her nose dirty, got rewarded. Now she's at the foul line.
And rolls in the first.
A lot of traffic, and she dribbled right into it.
Albright has attempted 210 threes this year. That's as many as some teams will try. She's hit 70 of them. That's a 34% clip.
Yeah, you could say she's a volume shooter.
Has the green light, that's for sure. Has connected for 7 total points to begin this ball game. Kaczynski again, and the same results from the same location.
Boy, a lot of confidence right there. Catch and shoot, no hesitation whatsoever.
Oakland-Creig puts on the trap. Homer gets out of it. Pick and roll, Overgaard. Didn't get it, but did grab the rebound. Albright, not that time. About a third chance at a hoop for Homer. Left hand side, too strong off the window for the driving Harris.
A couple really good looks that time from Homer. I think if you're Oakland-Creig, you feel pretty fortunate.
Kaczynski finally misses. There's the Knights for the rebound. Coach Merlin Tremaine saying, let's get out on number 4 in white and orange right now. She's just standing there at that left wing spot waiting to get the kick-out pass. Won't get the chance here. Oh, no. Play not stopped.
Whoop.
Still 10 seconds. Kaczynski from the same spot. Hit the first 2, missed the next 2, and there's Rennerfelt committing her first foul.
Excellent job by Harris, crashing the rebounds, crashing the boards, getting that rebound. We mentioned how Overgaard was going to have an impact. She initially had the stop defensively, nearly came in with the takeaway. Also had a nice pick and roll move on the offensive side.
Puts Homer at the foul line. As a team, not a spot where they excelled, just 56%. But this one goes in for Harris, who is among the best on the team. She shoots 72%.
Yeah, that's a frustrating foul committed so far away from the hoop for the Knights.
She goes 1 for 2. Freshman Natalie Loof has checked in. She's playing the top of that Homer defense, wearing number 10. Pass inside to Rennerfelt. She's been hot to start this game. Nearly threw it away there. Gets it back. And skips it to the left side. 10 on the shot clock for Oakland-Creig. Open look, but it's way off from Carolyn Magnuson, the junior.
Credit the Homer zone defense, pack in the middle, not allowing Oakland-Creig anything inside.
With a travel on Loof. Turnover against Homer. Each team with 3 turnovers early on in this game. A fun start to it. Kaczynski passes up the open look, finds a teammate ready to pull the trigger. That teammate is Bailey Pellin.
Just get to that spot, right?
That is the spot, the left wing. Don't think that Scott Kaczynski, the head coach for Oakland-Creig, hasn't noticed that. Harris for 3.
Ooh.
Surprised that one didn't drop. Overgaard keeps it alive, but just for a moment.
Yeah, the Knights doing just a fantastic job reversing the ball, working the ball around the perimeter, finding that left wing more times than not open for that three-point shot attempt, and I guess it really doesn't matter if it's Gooch, Palin, doesn't matter. They're going to knock it down.
The last 3 made shots for Oakland-Creig, all from beyond the arc. Good shot fake. Extra pass to Rennerfelt, and she's fouled.
Yep.
Valentin charged with her first.
Valentin just a little late rotating down. Obviously got her with the body there. Good whistle, good call.
4th team foul on Homer. It was not a shooting foul. And it goes to Rennerfelt. Fresh shot clock here for Oakland-Creig. Rennerfelt for three.
Yeah.
Right on the money.
She was looking for that spot up, shot that entire sequence, Shively.
4 for 8 from distance for Oakland-Creig. Homer not getting the response that time. And a jump ball. Oakland-Creig basketball.
A lot of times if a three-pointer doesn't go in, it's going to be a long rebound. That's been a lot of fun to watch in itself. Both teams hustling, scrambling for those long rebounds. Another collision at the end of that one.
4 straight three-point baskets for Oakland-Creig. That's how you stop it. You get the steal. That's Tori Walker finding Loof. 26 seconds to work with for the Knights. Tough take by Harris. She's blocked. Overguard hits the bottom of the basket. Rennerfeld is swarmed. It's taken away, and a foul. Relentless effort there by the Homer Lady Knights to keep that possession going.
You hit the nail on the head. Just relentless pursuit of the basketball underneath the hoop. Harris getting that last takeaway, little steal.
Second foul on Bailey Pellin. Free throw line unkind to Homer at the moment. They're 2 for 5. Riley Harris, the 5'6" senior, averaging 9 per game, missed the free throw. And Tori Walker tied up. Possession arrow keeps it with Homer. They'll have 10 seconds.
Walker's made a couple really nice defensive plays here. Jumping the pass lane that last time, extending her defense out. That time skying up for that rebound.
Albright will inbound. Watch her after she passes it in. Wouldn't be surprised if she gets the ball. Instead, it's Harris firing up the three. Missed it. And Oakland-Creig still has some time. Kaczynski to Rennerfeld. And one pass too many for Oakland-Creig.
All right idea, trying to find Ray on the hot spot of the court if you're an Oakland-Creig Knight.
Little collision before the inbound. They'll just play out that final 1/10 of a second and head to the second quarter. A three-point barrage. 7 combined threes between these two teams. Kaczynski drills that one, and Oakland-Creig has the 9-point cushion.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery?
Hi, I'm Jake. I grew up with a great relationship with God. After high school, I became selfish and put my own desires before God. I struggled with alcohol and lust, and the devil had a tight grip on me. My life was full of darkness, and I was on the verge of losing my family. Thankfully, I chose God as my higher power, and through treatment, amended my relationship with God and my family. If you are struggling, contact your local pastor or priest, or call 402-379-2030.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by See the Trainer, with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
This is the battle of the Knights. Homer Knights against Oakland-Creig Knights, but only one has a full-size mascot. So tip of the cap to Oakland-Creig for that.
How do you get that sword past security? That was a big weapon there.
Yeah, they checked me when I got into this arena. They didn't check the mascot. Kaczynski for 3.
Oh.
After hitting her first 2, she's missed her last 3. Nobody decides to challenge Pellin. She misses. Another offensive rebound, and Kaczynski flips it up and in.
Kaczynski does a really nice job crashing the board, not just a spot-up shooter. She does so many things, does them well for the Lady Knights.
Good head fake. Albright to the rack, missed it.
Got past that first line of defense, went a little heavy, a little too much arch on that runner.
A 12-7 rebound advantage developing in favor of the 3-seed Oakland-Creig. Had a few chances at a basket last possession and cashed in. Good pass. The shot is up and just out by Hillary Ray on the feed from Briar Ray.
Good closeout on that rebound, that time from Overgaard.
And that is a sister connection, the Rays.
I think Homer's switched into this zone defense, really trying to guard the perimeter, space out, take away, or negate that three-point shot.
Albright heaves it. Not sure she got her legs into that one. And then a foul on the rebound. That's going against Lily Harris, her first.
This is a point in the game where Homer's got to be careful. They got to make their offensive possessions count each and every time down the court. They do not want to allow Oakland-Creig to really extend this lead much past this type of a point.
Walker gets the steal, misses the layup, and Oakland-Creig not wasting time, heading the other direction. Tough pass. Kaczynski finds her teammate. Then the bonus pass leads to an open try for Briar Ray.
Ray doing a fantastic job running the court, making herself available. And there wasn't much of a crease in the defense there, but Ray found it.
And a timeout taken. Homer in trouble. Quite the run. 10-0 in favor of Oakland-Creig.
Insurance for us is a big deal. You've got property and equipment and materials and people and workers' comp and things like that. It's a size large deal to keep your arms around that, to make sure that you're insured and properly and to manage your risk. They understand that we're going to keep expanding our business, which means more volume, which means more insurance, more equipment, more everything, and ways to lower our operating costs.
I'm Jenny Last with AgriCity Insurance, protecting what you grow today and tomorrow.
A body in motion stays in motion until you feel that muscle tighten, that sharp pain you didn't expect, and suddenly you're stopped in your tracks. KRT helps you get back in action with all natural pain relief in just minutes. Don't get sidelined by muscle cramps. Stay in the game with KRT.
Oakland-Creig in control early, a team that came into this season with high expectations. Team that was at the state tournament a season ago. They've actually been regulars here. Lost to Elmwood Murdoch, though, in the quarterfinals. Only graduated one starter, Morgan Ray. Coach Kaczynski said he felt a lot of pressure as a coach this season because he knew the roster he had, and anything short of making it to state would have been considered a disappointment.
It's still pretty good odds, though. You lose one, Ray, you bring two back. You got to feel pretty good.
Albright for three. She started to go cold, but good position on the box out by Lily Harris, the junior.
Yeah, not the biggest player out there, but as you mentioned, getting in good rebounding position, drawing out that whistle, over and back call.
And Bailey Pellin has 3 fouls. I want to make sure. No, it is now corrected. Bailey Pellin does not have 3. It's actually Addie Rennerfelt, 2, not 12. So Rennerfelt with 2, Ray with 2, Pellin with 2.
That's a good correction by the officials because that was Rennerfelt that went over the back on that rebound.
Bounce pass inside to Overgaard. Has the open kick out. Walker the head fake. Good job by Oakland-Creig to recover. Force a deep 3. It's missed, but saved off of the Knights and out of bounds. Tori Walker, she's just that player that's doing all the little things.
She's just all over the court. Great energy. Making plays like this. Not giving up on the play.
Harris fouled. And a trip to the line for Riley Harris and a chance for the first points of the quarter for Homer.
Yeah, Harris is offensive minded. We saw at the start of the game where she nailed that deep three. It's also
and connects at the line.
One of the better free throw shooters for the Lady Knights. So you got to think this is a really good spot for Homer to be in right now. One of their prime time scorers, and Riley Harris at the foul line.
She struggled at the line today, though. You're right, 70% on the season. But 2 for 5 at the stripe. And a timeout taken by Oakland-Creig. They wanted to avoid the 10-second call, so we'll take a quick break with them. 5.5 to go in the first half on the Faith Regional Physician Services scoreboard.
At the racetrack or the rat race round town, fuel matters. Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
This is your second quarter. It's supported by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet. Only 1 point this quarter for Homer. The Lady Knights trying to hang around against the 3-seed Oakland-Creig. Good head fake. Shot goes up, rattles around, and down. Briar Ray.
Ray just under control there, got to her spot off the dribble. The pull-up J was there for Ray.
Homer needing a bucket in a bad way. Briar Ray says, not this time, swipes it away. And now, in transition, a block. Didn't have numbers, but Hillary Ray, still being aggressive, took it at Overguard.
Did a really nice job cutting across the lane there, getting to her right side, putting the defense in a really tough spot, trying to recover, backpedal.
Rennerfelt has had the hot hand, has the ball right now. Against this zone defense by Homer. Rennerfelt ready to pull the trigger. Just off. Albright grabs the rebounds. Walker left alone.
Ooh.
Too strong.
Oh, it looked good.
Fast break opportunity. And with 2 fouls, Albright not able to contest. Hillary Ray goes right at her.
Ray recognized that early on. No one stepped up, stopped ball, and she knew she had a defender with maybe some foul trouble that she could kind of force the issue on.
16-point cushion. 3 ball, too long again. We knew Homer would shoot a lot of threes, but right now they're not making those threes they take. Hillary Ray finding her luck in the fast break, and the freshman helping to engineer a 6-0 run for Oakland-Creig. They're in front by 18 midway through the second quarter on News Channel Nebraska. Lots to talk about at halftime here on News Channel Nebraska. It will be brought to you by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney. And let me tell you, you'll want to see the video we've procured from the depths of YouTube.
Ooh.
From 1976.
Okay.
It involves the Homer head coach and a brilliant head of hair. His Homer Knights turn it over out of the timeout, but Overguard provides the eraser.
Yeah, fantastic job running the court. The post, Overguard, getting down low, and obvious block.
Kaczynski fires it in to Magnuson. 25 on the shot clock for Oakland-Creig. Kaczynski. No. And there's the board for Homer. It's a 16-1 run right now in favor of Oakland-Creig. Lady Knights desperate for a field goal. Double team comes. There's the kick out. 3-ball is up.
Oh.
Shooting contagious.
Yeah.
Mentioned it earlier. It's contagious in both ways, good and bad.
Right, because Homer's had a couple really nice half-court sets, finding some shooters in space.
Shouldn't have had the possession anyway. Could have been an out-of-bounds call there on Walker.
Homer unable to capitalize.
Up 30-12 against a team that averages nearly 60 points a game. Briar Ray kicks out Kaczynski, another three. But the offensive glass has been kind to Oakland-Creig, and this time it yields points for Hillary Ray.
Yeah, just under control, working to her right after the offensive board. Man, when things are going right, they are going right.
That's 6 points this quarter for the freshman. Allie Albright crosses over, fouled. That's just the third team foul on Oakland-Creig. But it is on Pellin, that's her third.
Really like that look offensively from the Lady Knights. Go ahead and, space out. Let Allie Albright operate off the dribble. She does collect the foul, gets the whistle.
Homer can score in a flurry, but they need to start that sooner than later. Albright way long out of that design baseline inbounds. And that's foul number 3 on Allie Albright. Second quarter, a complete disaster for Homer.
Yeah, and she was trying to keep this ball away, trying to make a play. Can't discredit the effort.
And Hillary Ray has been marvelous. She's the younger sister of Briar. She has tons of potential, according to her coach, Scott Kaczynski.
Yeah.
What's most impressive about her as a ninth grader, he says, is her strength. Every once in a while, he'll just see her in the weight room and say, why don't you just add 10 pounds to that? She's like, oh, okay. It adds 10 pounds, reps it out, no trouble. Doesn't even know her own strength.
Well, she showed you some strength on that last play. They're working through a couple defenders, going up strong.
Gets another free throw thanks to the lane violation. Doesn't cash in. With their leading scorer on the bench in foul trouble, Homer down 21 late in the first half, looking for something on offense. They've not made a field goal this quarter, and it doesn't change here. Loof. It drops at long last. The Lady Knights hit one, and it's the freshman who does the honors.
She might be the shortest player on the court. Came up with that loose ball, went right up with it, got the whistle.
And that's 3 fouls on Briar Ray. So if you're looking for a reason to believe, if you're a Homer fan, there's some foul trouble building for Oakland-Creig. They do have quite the cushion, though. Loof converts the and one. In one play, she exceeded her season point per game average.
I think all the Knight fans will take it. They'll take some more.
Yes, why stop now? Rennerfelt creating for Hillary Ray, who drives in, gets all the way to the hoop, and somehow out of all that gets the ball wedged. Usually that's when you fire up a shot that's off target. That one bounced around and found a way to have that happen.
Oh,
Luckily, there's an official with some impressive vertical leaping.
Yeah, some ups there. We told you we had a good crew here this afternoon.
I was worried they were going to have to ask Pat Jansen to do that.
He would have obliged. You know, he's an athlete.
Oh, yeah. And he's a runner, not a jumper in track, though. There's your replay. Thanks to our crew for snagging that. Harris, tough shot. Doesn't matter. She hits.
You knew Harris had to step up offensively. She's done that.
And the Lady Knights get the stop. Have 30 seconds to work with here at the end of the half. Good crossover. Kick out. 3-ball. Off of the back rim on that try by Valentin. Knights track it down. Launching again. Short. Lily Harris. 4 seconds for Oakland-Creig. Magnuson. Too strong. And we'll go to halftime. Coming up, we'll have your halftime highlights. Brought to you by Starter Heyman Jewelers and Roe Buick in Grand Island and Aurora. You'll see lots from the team in white and orange in that sequence. Plus, that promised video from the 1976 Class C Boys State Basketball Championship. We'll explain all about that coming up next.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point, redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. Agri-City Insurance, protecting what you grow. And by Family Physical Therapy and Sports Center, getting you back in the game. If you love live sports, you'll love News Channel Nebraska. Live sports from every region of the state. Football, volleyball, basketball, baseball, soccer, bowling, and even six-man football. If Nebraska kids play it, we air it. Small-town high schools with big hometown pride. Support local kids, support local schools, support Nebraska. Watch NCN Sports every week. State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Halftime here at the Bob Devaney Center, Oakland-Creig leading Homer. Now, Homer head coach Merlin Tremaine, he is a veteran of this team. He's been with Homer now for 22 years, so he's been to the state tournament. He knows this venue. He knew it as a player. 49 years ago, Coach Tremaine was part of a Wald Hill team that finished runner-up here at the Bob Devaney Center in 1976. That was the first year that they had the state tournament here in the Devaney Center. Now, Coach Tremaine, he was part of a very good Wald Hill team that was a runner-up. That team included Jay Beller, former head of the NSAA. Jeff Beller, veteran and legendary head coach of Norfolk Catholic football. Longtime administrator, the late George Loof, and also Tom Baumert, who was a legend on the Northeast and Wayne State College basketball teams. Now, these guys crossed paths several times. Jay Beller actually eventually handed the trophy to Coach Tremaine when Homer won a state title in 2011. Now, if Coach Tremaine and his team want to get back to that state championship game, they've got a little bit of ground to make up down here at halftime to Oakland-Creig. We'll take a break. Be back with more halftime after this on News Channel Nebraska.
5 Points Bank brings communities together. 5 Points Bank. Better bank, better community, better life.
The halftime card.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
Welcome back here to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Michael Shively, Andy Klassen, and some faces behind us.
I think we have some Lou fans here behind us.
Yeah. Holding up their sister's face. Have to be proud of about their Homer Lady Night and their effort here today. Oakland-Creig does have the lead at halftime. It's 33-17.
Yeah.
They traded blows early on, but in the second quarter,
Right.
Oakland-Creig really pulled away.
Yeah, the Knights just really caught fire from beyond the arc. We saw Homer, make the switch into a zone defense, try to guard that perimeter. It just didn't matter. Oakland-Creig was knocking down shot after shot, especially from the left side wing that's right here in front of us. Boy, did they get it going offensively. Homer we saw some positive things from their offense. A little too late there in the second quarter. See if they can get that going again after the break.
Let's see how that first half played out. Your halftime highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. They have some dazzling gemstones, engagement collections. They have exceptional diamonds. You can find all of that. Their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. 3-ball to begin this ball game. Expected to see a lot of three-pointers. Here is Oakland-Creig in transition. Addie Rennerfelt was really hot to start this game. Had 8 first-quarter points. There's 2 of them right there for the senior 1,000-point career scorer. Allie Albright, she has the green light from anywhere, and she's fired up. That one went down for her from the left wing. Oakland-Creig in front, make that Homer in front at that point, 9-8. That was their last lead. Plays like this. Left wing threes from Sonia Gazinski. You mean plays like that? That's not the same play again. It's just the same look just a couple sequences later from that same spot. Here she is creating. Gazinski finds Pellin, and Bailey Pellin finds the range. Oakland-Creig in the first half, 4 3-pointers. Homer did get a second quarter bucket, and that was Natalie Loof doing the honors. Made the and one free throw as well, but not a whole lot of momentum for this Homer squad. They get another to fall from Harris. Scored 5 straight to end the quarter, but 33-17.
Yeah.
Allie Albright, 3 fouls, their star player. She'll need to avoid getting in further foul trouble. They'll probably need some things to go their way.
They're going to have to get some things to go their way, and make no doubt about it, but they're really going to have to guard the perimeter, make Oakland-Creig make that extra pass, and that really was the difference you saw in that highlight package, the way they were able to work the ball around the perimeter and find the open shooter.
Right now it's 33-17. When we return, we'll show you the Class C2 bracket and get you ready for the start of the third quarter on News Channel Nebraska.
Your life can change with one heartbeat, and that was mine. Pregnant at 16, scared and wondering how my mother would react was terrifying. This is Selma. I made the right decision. I can't imagine if I would have ended this beautiful life. Your baby is a person that deserves their life and your love. Adelina has filled my life with tremendous joy. There are difficult times, it's a life changer, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. My faith is my strength. You are not alone. Call your local pastor to talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Speedy Mart. When you have to fuel your journey and feed the crew, whether it's many or a few, Speedy Mart is fresh, ready, super clean, and convenient.
Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
And when you make a pit stop, it's gotta be fast. Easy in, easy out. Speedy Mart for the win.
We're back here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Michael Shively, Andy Klassen with you. And we got to tell you about our friends at the Kearney Sportsplex. Got to pay a visit to that new development, South Kearney, right along the interstate, and it is enormous.
Yeah.
You can tell in the rendering it's probably pretty big. It's even bigger in real life. Impressive how many courts they have, filling 59,000 square feet. They can have 8 regulation high school basketball courts or 12 volleyball courts or more than 20 wrestling mats, and that's all while having bleacher space for more than 3,000 people. It's a great place to have a youth sporting camp, to have a tournament, or even just reserve court space if you're a local and get a pickup game going.
And there's already a number of tournaments and camps that are scheduled, for the next season, upcoming season. And is there going to be a News Channel Nebraska pickleball championship, like with the employees?
I'm all for it.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. I think we doubles, and I'll pick the best player.
Okay.
Be my
all
partner.
right.
Is that you?
Probably not. So.
Okay.
I don't oversell.
Pat has those long arms. I think we could probably use that to our advantage. Plenty going on at the Kearney Sportsplex, opening on April 3rd. Right now, a 16-point cushion for Oakland-Creig over Homer. When we return, we'll hear what the coaches think of things at halftime, and then it's the start of the third quarter on News Channel Nebraska.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. Do you live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
Guys, I got a chance to talk to both coaches coming out of the locker room. Before the game, I talked to Coach Scott Gazinski of Oakland-Creig. He said the 2 keys, they got to make shots and avoid fouling. Well, he was really happy about the shot making in the first half, but not happy about the fouls. He's a little bit worried about foul trouble heading into the second half, but he's confident that his daughter, Booch, will make some shots coming out of the halftime break. Meanwhile, Coach Tremaine for Homer said they've got to get some pressure on Oakland-Creig, force some turnovers, and get some cheap baskets. Most importantly, he said in the second half, we got to let it all hang out. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Pat. Right now, we know 3 of the 4 teams in the Class C2 state semifinals. Oakland-Creig in good position to become that 4th, but it's not over yet. Regardless, it's going to be a 4th team from Northeast Nebraska. Number 8, Guardian Angels Central Catholic out of West Point. Number 4, Elkhorn Valley out of Tilden and Meadow Grove. And Crofton looked impressive, too.
They really did. Kind of ran UTAN out of the gym that opening quarter there, and they just couldn't recover after that. And if Homer wants to punch their ticket and play against the Warriors here in the next round, really like what head coach Merlin Tremaine had to say. We got to start making shots. Love it when the coaching staffs come together and they don't overcomplicate things.
Let it all hang out. That's right. Here's your chance. Big senior class. Lots of production from Tori Walker, Allie Albright, Riley Harris. That trio be critical if they're going to manage a comeback.
And we mentioned it a couple of times. They're getting good looks, working the ball around offensively. Shots weren't falling. Let's see if they can change that trend here in the second half.
Long skip pass, and now a trap on the short corner. Beautiful pass out of it. Rennerfelt maybe could have pulled the trigger there from the right elbow. Instead, one pass too many. Homer with Harris looking to attack. That's what she's been doing all day. Hit it off of the back iron. Harris has 7. Albright has 7. The 2 leading scorers. And Albright gets that one to fall.
Offensive rebound pays off. Nice job by Albright cutting across lane. That was a difficult shot.
It's a 14-point game. 1 minute into the third quarter. Open look for 3 off of the back iron. There's the putback try. No. And Harris secures the rebound, but stepped on the sideline. So the 3-seed Oakland-Creig Knights with a 23-3 record, they'll get another chance at it. Their only losses coming to Class C1 North Bend Central twice, and Pender, who is already on to the state semifinals in Class D1.
I'm going to say a lot of the times we mentioned there are only 2 or 3 losses, it's teams that are also down here at the tournament.
Yeah, North Bend Central is the standard of excellence in Class C1, and Pender, they're the favorite to win Class D1. And Oakland-Creig says they have a chance here in Class C2. Hillary Ray, a big reason why she's come alive here, the freshman.
Boy.
Now with 10 points.
Kind of showing you her range. Yeah, she had a couple of really nice plays down around the rim. That time backing out, knocking down the J.
3 ball for Homer. They didn't make a 3 in the second quarter. Harris defends that fast break layup well. Kaczynski for 3. Drains it.
That's tough. The trail 3. Defense was bunched in underneath the hoop.
Six made 3-pointers for Oakland-Creig. And Walker can't hit, out of bounds. Last touched by Kaczynski.
Good battle underneath the hoop. Once again, over guard. Doing just enough to secure the extra possession.
They talked pregame the identity of Homer. They're going to shoot a lot of threes. It's what they do. They hit 30% on the season, but today, 14%. They're 3 of 21.
Whoop. Good adjustment there from Harris. Lily Harris going out and getting the ball.
Albright guarded tight by Rennerfelt. Harris is off target. Here comes Hillary Ray pushing ahead to Kaczynski. She wants 3 more and gets it. Booch from the right wing.
She's not even thinking about it. She's just pulling the trigger in stride. She's on fire, Mr. Shively.
3 straight triples for the 3 seed. And they're in front by 23.
Somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
Oh, the third quarter has the number 3 in it, and everything coming in threes for Oakland-Creig. 3 made 3-quarters or 3-pointers to start the third quarter, which is brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location. Choose the medical clinic your friends recommend. 5-star patient rated, Dr. Harper and Spaniel. Plus, their specialists are building a Norfolk legacy, one patient at a time.
Yeah. Oakland-Creig really showing you their versatility offensively, because if you remember at the beginning of the game, they really attacked the hoop. Did most of their scoring underneath, off the block, opening up out of the halftime break, attacking from the 3-point line.
Again, the Knights come up empty from distance. Have not hit a 3-pointer since the first quarter. Extra step, got away with it. Bucket goes for Maya Thompson.
Doesn't matter who checks into the game for Oakland-Creig. They got the green light to go make plays offensively.
Albright, quiet of late. Just 3 of 9 shooting. And a turnover. And not running back on defense, Harris. And cashing in, Hillary Ray.
Yeah, both Rays continue to stay hot offensively. And, you know, you mentioned Albright for Homer. She's just been hounded by the senior Rennerfelt.
It's a 32-8 run. This game was 14-11.
Yeah, just amazing.
Rennerfeld draws 2 defenders. Oakland-Creig content to set up a half-court possession.
And it almost feels like both teams kind of just not natural when they let 10 to 15 seconds run off the shot clock.
These teams love up-tempo, but no rhythm in the up-tempo of Homer right now. Not even a smile on the face of Riley Harris after she drills that triple.
Oh,
good steal. Walker got her hands on it, and all alone for 2, Lily Harris.
Okay, that was a quick 5.
Lady Knights can score in bunches, and they'll need to with 11 minutes left in this game. There's a steal. Harris is out in front. The defense is catching up, and they commit the foul. 2 shots coming for Lily Harris.
Excellent job running the court after the takeaway. Yeah, obvious foul.
Harris 2 points today. Makes the free throw. Lily Harris partially dislocated her elbow in the sub-district semifinals against Ponca. Did not play in the sub-district final, which Homer lost. The doctor released her the morning of their district final game against Maywood Hayes Center. That gave a huge emotional boost to the team.
Yeah.
She's playing in a brace. You can see it there on her left arm. Her mom is an assistant coach and was persistent with doctors to see her, made sure they saw her the morning of that district final, so she'd have a chance to play and have a chance to help her team get to state.
Get that second, third, fourth opinion if needed, but yeah, she averages 13 points per game. They needed her in a big way.
Maybe could even be affecting her today as she hasn't made a shot from 3. Walker leaks out, and don't say it's over just yet. Homer with a flurry of baskets, 9 straight points.
Oakland-Creig content to slow things down, work the ball around the perimeter here.
Homer's crowd getting back into this game. Hillary Ray, she has been the offense.
Wow.
My goodness.
Nice little Euro step type of a move there to get around defender.
Averages 9 per game as a freshman. Walker off of the back iron. There's Loof at 5'2" for the rebound. Albright banks it in.
A little bit of a smile there from Albright. She knows she wasn't probably calling it off the window, but hey, she was straight on line, and it counts all the same.
Long 2-point jumper off of the back rim for Magnuson. Homer looks to push, but the pocket is picked by Helen, who dishes. Magnuson misses. Rennerfeld's there to clean it up.
Yep. Senior leader there once again. Offensive rebound, put back in a hurry.
Homer had the ball with momentum, down 19 there. But that will stop the mojo for the Knights, briefly at least. And Bailey Pellin called for her 4th foul.
Boy, that's such a quick move, isn't it, Mallie Albright? It's going to be Bailey's 4th foul. You also have Ryer Ray with 3 fouls, so there's one thing you could point to.
It is foul trouble for Oakland-Creig.
Yeah.
Lining up the 3, Harris. And you just wonder if that elbow was bothering her. 0 for 6 now from distance. Contact, and Rennerfeld earns a trip to the foul line.
Yeah, and you kind of get the feeling that Harris would never admit,
Right.
that it's impacting her, but you got to think, even coming up a little short there, and also the pain, that you're trying to play through.
Rennerfelt, she's been cool and collected all game long, and that's one of her main traits. She's described by her coach as unflappable, and she learned that through volleyball. Started as a freshman on a state title team.
Yeah.
As setter.
Wow.
As critical of a position as there is in the sport.
And you kind of have to be distributing the ball, sharing the ball.
That was a volleyball block right there.
Yeah, it was.
And Rennerfeld takes it to the hoop, misses, foul on the second chance opportunity.
But when we get into Class C1, C2 like we are here, you see so many of those multi-sport athletes, and when they have success in one sport, whether it's track or volleyball here for Rennerfeld, it bleeds over to other sports, and boy, we've really seen that translate here for the Oakland-Creig Knights.
Magnuson gets her first points of the day. Homer did make a push, 9 straight points, 12 out of 14, but now 5 straight in response by Oakland-Creig. Make it 6.
Yeah, just so dangerous offensively are the Knights. Never really know where the threat's going to come from.
From way downtown. And wide left, and the attempt to beat the buzzer by Riley Harris. Oakland-Creig 56, Homer 31 through 3 quarters on the Currency scoreboard.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice for complete vision care for all ages. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
A look at Merlin Tremaine in the sweater, 22-year head coach of Homer. Did you like that 1976 video of him?
I did. How about all the names being brought up there? The Bellairs? I think we might have had a Louvre connection.
Yes. Merlin Tremaine. It was awesome to find that video of his state runner-up, 1976 Walt Hill boys basketball team. Lost to Geneva. Here's Allie Albright. Gets back the other direction for 2.
Excellent job finding the outlet pass, scoring in transition.
Now, the hairstyle hasn't changed too much for Coach Tremaine since 76.
Really hasn't. I'm glad you mentioned that because that's one of the things I noticed.
Kaczynski, give her 3 more.
She has just been so dominant from beyond the arc. And, I mean, any time the Knights had any type of momentum, she just buries another 3.
Harris can't find the response. That's 5 for 10 for Kaczynski from long range. And Rennerfelt for 2.
Running the court well. The Knights continue to pile it on here in the 4th.
Homer had a 9-8 lead in this ball game. Things have sure flipped since then. Eight seconds on the shot clock.
Whoop.
And a deflection. Briar Ray throws it up ahead. Kaczynski can't finish. And a little bit late on the whistle, but it did look like the right call. Took an extra step.
Yep. I don't think Overgaard's too upset about being gypped out of it or another rebound. She'll probably get it back.
Lady Knights trying to finish strong, and they'll think about it during a timeout with 6:09 remaining in the game. Oakland-Creig impressing in our fourth game in Class C2.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
This is Emily with Family Physical Therapy at our Fountain Point location. Family Physical Therapy offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Our therapists are highly trained and certified in a variety of techniques, offering individualized care designed specifically to meet your needs. Our patients are welcome to a friendly environment, and our therapists are driven by their patients succeeding and meeting their goals. Family Physical Therapy proudly serving various locations throughout central and northeast Nebraska. Our goal is to get you back to work, back to play, back to life.
Talking a bit about the Homer Lady Knights, Coach Merlin Tremaine. Here's something you don't hear too much about, but Coach Tremaine has a granddaughter on the team. Addison Ziska is a freshman on varsity, doesn't play every game, but is on varsity. You hear often about a parent and kid being on the team,
right?
Like Scott and Sonia Kaczynski of Oakland-Creig. I can't remember hearing of a grandparent having a grandchild on the team they're coaching, but that is the case for Merlin Tremaine and his granddaughter, Addison Ziska.
You know, that's a great point, and I don't know if I've ever heard of that either.
Has to be cool for them. Three-pointer up for Kaczynski.
Wow.
And the daughter of the head coach filling it up from beyond the arc all game long.
Just that quick release. Shooting with such confidence.
She hit her first couple, but then missed 4 or 5 straight. She has found her stride again. Harris in trouble, rolls it out, and out of bounds on Albright. This is your fourth quarter, brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org. Kaczynski wants the ball. Pellin will fire it up. Good to see Booch there in the corner, getting ready to get that ball in the shooting pocket. I've caught on to the nickname, by the way.
Yes. I think everyone's okay. with that. Still all smiles across the board here for Oakland-Creig, even after the misses.
6 for 11 from 3 for Kaczynski. That ties her season high in made threes. It is 1 3-pointer away from tying the Class C2 record for a state tournament game, I should specify.
Well, she's been shooting at a high clip, and she's been getting to her spot, and hey, her teammates are finding her. Uh-oh, here we go.
Loof with an opportunity on the fast break. Can't convert, and out of bounds off of Overgaard.
Looked a little frustrated with herself there. Got the loose ball off the inbounds pass.
Oakland-Creig breaks the full court pressure. They have figured out the Homer defense. Number 4 flashing open again. That one doesn't drop for her.
Nice contest there from Overgaard.
Albright showing off her jets, misses. Overgaard the putback, no. Albright thought about launching. Harris, the hesitation, an explosion to the hoop.
That's what we've been missing here from Homer, that inside-outside game. Just getting the ball inside, collapsing the defense just enough.
Kaczynski. Would like to see her get a chance here at another 3 just to see if she can tie that state tournament record. and a foul. That is the third team foul on Homer this quarter.
I think Sonia's looking for that shot as well. So you're not the only one here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center that might want to see another couple three-point shot attempts.
Lots to choose from when considering our player of the game. We will have an interview with whoever it is we choose afterwards. That's brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point and by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Aurora. The Knights playing some keep away, and that's the fourth team foul on Homer.
Loof getting tangled up there beyond the perimeter.
Homer has gone to the bench and hugs, tears shed on the Lady Knights sideline right now. The seniors, three seniors checking out for the final time. Tori Walker, Allie Albright, and Riley Harris.
Homer crowd comes to their feet. Well-deserved round of applause.
.20 seconds on the shot clock. Kaczynski for three, and she's tied the state tournament Class C2 record. Susan Pritchard from Laurel Concord did it back in 2003, and Sonia Kaczynski does it today. 7 made threes for the player who goes by Booch, and her team is up 32 with 3 minutes to play at the Bob Devaney Sports Center.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Here is a look again on the state tournament record-tying three-pointer from the right wing, Sonia Kaczynski. Calm right here, but she's about to go turn and run to the bench, and she did a chest bump with an assistant coach.
Yeah, everyone kind of knew what the scenario was there, having a lot of fun, and why not? That's why you play this game, and you've gotten to the pinnacle here, enjoying the success here in the state tournament.
Overgard, her first basket.
Both teams now have a lot of reserves in the game, and it's a lot of fun, too. Getting into your bench, giving everybody the experience here in Lincoln.
A whole fresh lineup in the ball game for Oakland-Creig. Magnuson still out there. She'll take the three. Offensive rebound secured by Briley Arns.
Arns went right back. I don't even know if she got fully set after securing that rebound, but did draw the whistle. Wait, how impressive has Oakland-Creig been here this afternoon? Just, they got hot early, were kind of matching Homer there, and then just continued to stay hot offensively beyond the arc. They kept attacking the rim. Just everything was going in for the Knights.
We'd love to see the smile after that made free throw. That's a freshman out there playing at the Vanny Center as a ninth grader in the state tournament, getting in the scorebook. Speaking of freshmen, really like Loof's game.
Ooh.
She came in averaging under 3 points a game, has really showed out. Has 5 points, a chance for 6, and has made a difference beyond the point column.
And that was a big smile from Luke, too, after this scoop shot through traffic. Great attitude. That's why she has so many little fans behind her, We saw.
Yes. At halftime, we saw her face on 2 sticks behind us. In and out on the N1. 8-seed Guardian Angels Central Catholic started our day in Class C2 with an upset over number 1 Johnson Brock. Then Elkhorn Valley took care of the 5-seed Cross County, so it's 8 versus 4 in the top half of the bracket. Just earlier this afternoon, it was number 2 Crofton dispatching of number 7 UTAN, taking down the defending state champs. Deep three, just off on that heave by Sabrina Rost, a freshman. And now it looks like Oakland-Creig will match up with Crofton in the state semifinals. We teased this as a fast-paced game. It was. I think Oakland-Creig Crofton set up for that same type of scenario.
Yeah, I think you're right. And just like how Oakland-Creig got into that offensive rhythm early on, so did Crofton, right? And they stayed hot throughout. Got to that, 15, 20-point lead, and really was able to hold on to that. And same can be said for the Knights here over Homer.
Oakland-Creig made it to the state title game just a couple seasons ago. Here's a run-out opportunity for Ainsley Spurl. Missed it. There's a putback. Just off, but Addison Ziska, chance to impress Grandpa on the bench at the foul line.
I think usually, grandparents are kind of pushovers. They give you, extra cookies, this and that. It's going to be tough coaching your granddaughter.
Stick around after the game. Not only are we talking to a player of the game and the coach, we'll also run through your top plays thanks to Currency. This Oakland-Creig team back in 2023, state runners-up. They made it that far, shooting about 20% from 3 in the tournament, 18% if I remember right. And Coach Kaczynski said, we're going to need to shoot better if we're going to do that same thing we did a couple years ago. We made it that far in spite of our shooting. Well, I'd say they found their shooting today.
I would say so, just tying a C2 record from beyond the arc.
Yeah, individually, and then as a team, they've made 10.
And the Crofton Warriors are nothing to sleep on from beyond the arc either. We saw them heat up as,
Mackenzie Waldy, the junior, knocks it down.
Nice arch on that ball.
And there's the horn. And Oakland-Creig wins the Battle of the Knights to advance to the Class C2 state semifinals in convincing fashion on the strength of 10 made threes, 7 from Booch Kaczynski, a game-high 25 points. And it's a 25-point victory for Oakland-Creig, who will meet Crofton in the state semifinals. For Homer, a phenomenal season comes to a close with a 24-3 record. We'll have coach and player of the game interviews coming up, plus your top plays on News Channel Nebraska.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
Sportsmanship embodies respect, fairness, and integrity in competition.
By showing good sportsmanship, you are respecting everyone's love for the game.
Show integrity, stay positive, and make the game enjoyable for everyone involved. Sportsmanship is at an all-time low and needed now more than ever. Whether you're on the court or in the stands, be courteous to everyone. It's the best way to be involved in the game.
Sportsmanship is a reflection of not only you, but your parents, your school, and your community.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by See the Trainer, with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Oakland-Creig victorious, heading to the Class C2 state semifinals once again. We're now joined by victorious coach Scott Kuczynski. And, Coach, I feel like we've seen you a number of times now. How has this become old hat for the Knights?
I don't think it's ever old hat. The kids have worked really, really hard to get to this point. Getting here was exactly where we were last year, and we talked about going a step beyond that. So I'm happy for the kids, as hard as they worked, that we got to do that. They obviously came out and played well from the beginning, so kudos to them because they're the ones who did all the work.
A team in Homer, they've got a lot of athleticism. Were there any concerns heading into today?
Absolutely. When you looked at points per game average, they were the only team in C2 that averaged more points than we did. And 22, she was good. I mean, they can make shots, so we were glad that she didn't get hot, and we were glad that we did get hot.
Well, speaking of that, your daughter, Booch, firing in 7 3-pointers today. That ties a Class C2 state tournament record. Could you talk about your daughter's performance today?
I'm happy for her because she's worked really, really hard to make herself better. She shoots every day, and she's there, and she worked all last summer to do it. So I'm really, really happy for her. Last year she came out here on this exact same gym, and I think she went 1 for 10, and it just fired her up. She just made her work harder, and today she proved how much work she's done.
Now another foe that you know very well, that you've seen a lot in this state tournament. What's it going to take to pick up the victory over the Warriors and move on to the championship round?
Obviously they're great. They got a great program, and I think you just have to be ready from the beginning. They're going to come out and be physical, and they're going to get in your face right from the beginning, and you just have to be ready to handle it. So that's what we're going to talk about, and hopefully we're up to the challenge.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Best of luck in the semifinals. Now let's bring in our player of the game, Sonia Booch Kuczynski. Booch, you were firing tonight, tying a C2 state tournament record with 7 3-pointers. What had you going tonight?
Well, we listened to our song. It's called Pink Pony Club, and we jam out in there, and it gets us going, and then start making them during warm-ups, and then makes Addie got us going, saw the ball go through a hoop, and then it's money from there.
Is this ever become normal to you being here in the Bob Devaney Center? Does it start to feel normal to you guys?
It's not normal at all to me. It's only my 3rd year, but it's just, I can't take it for granted. I just try to soak it all in every time I get to be here.
What's it like playing for your old man over there?
I think it's been great. I never had another coach, really, so I'm used to it. He yells at me sometimes, so I just got to take it in.
What's it going to take to pick up a victory over Crofton and head to the championship round?
We're going to play really good. We'll see the shots go through the hoop. Got to box out. We're not very big compared to them, but if we get out and run, we'll be good.
Booch, congratulations. Best of luck. More on News Channel Nebraska.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Here's what you can expect on News Channel Nebraska. The top local news headlines all morning, plus 8 a.m. Mass with Father Joe. Stay up to date throughout the afternoon with the NCN News app. And tune back into NCN throughout the evening for the latest developments on major stories along with live high school and college sports. News Channel Nebraska. Independent media for all Nebraskans.
Chapel Roan on in the locker room. Pink Pony Club getting that team fired up. Scott Kuczynski says it's the loosest team he's ever coached. They have a fog machine in the locker room and scream and yell songs before games. That's enough to get Sonia Kuczynski fired up for a state tournament record-tying three-point output.
And they play loose. They play fun. We saw a lot of smiles out there throughout. And, it's kind of fun when you see a coaching staff figure out what works for that team, that club. And I would have to say Oakland-Creig, they have figured it out.
They get the win today. Let's see the highlights. Your top plays brought to you by Currency. Need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com today. The final spot in the Class C2 state semifinals on the line. Two Northeast Nebraska teams, 3-seed Oakland-Creig, 6-seed Homer, 5 combined losses, tons of points, the 2 highest scoring teams on average in Class C2, and you see it fly early. That's Riley Harris from downtown for Homer. Now Allie Albright, she does this as much as anybody in the state of Nebraska. The Morningside recruit drills it from the left wing. But Sonia Kaczynski, the coach's daughter, affectionately nicknamed Booch, after John Butchagras of SportsCenter fame, hit that 3. Here she is distributing, and her teammate Bailey Pellin knocks down the three-pointer, and the lead swings to the Oakland-Creig Knights, up 20-11 after one quarter. Homer trying to cut into it. It's Harris getting into the lane, putting it in off of the backboard. But after that, it really went the way of Oakland-Creig. They won that second quarter 13-6, and it took a little bit, but there's Allie Albright with the second half bucket. Oakland-Creig starting to pull away 33-19, make that 36-19. The freshman with a huge game, Hillary Ray, finished in double figures. Kaczynski, she gets another 3 midway through the third quarter. And a massive period of 23 points in this 8-minute stretch for Oakland-Creig. It negates efforts like that from Harris from distance. And we head to quarter number 4 with Oakland-Creig in complete control. More from Kaczynski. She likes that right wing tray ball, hits it against the zone. How about another? And it goes. That's 7 threes for Sonia Kaczynski. 7 for 12 from beyond the arc, and that tied the Class C2 state tournament record for most made threes in the game. She had 25. Her team wins by 25 and will face Crofton in the state semifinals. Great season by Homer, but they come up short in this one and end the year 24-3. Let's look at that Class C2 state tournament bracket, now complete, and it will be a rematch of the state semifinals from 2 years ago. Back in 2023, Oakland-Creig beat Crofton 58-39.
Ooh.
These look like some fun semifinals.
Kind of a revenge tour continuing here for the Crofton Warriors. And right off the bat this morning, we had the drama, the 8 seed knocking off the 1 seed. Chalk thereafter. Elkhorn Valley looked very impressive over Cross County. And then I think this is the rematch everyone's been looking for, the 2 versus 3 seed. Oakland-Creig, Crofton Warriors. It's going to be another track meet.
Oh, it's all wide open from here. Your guess is as good as mine from this group of fantastic teams, all out of Northeast Nebraska. This will do it for session number 2 today. Thanks so much for joining us here this afternoon. It was a fun pair of games, but it's not all on News Channel Nebraska. We do have 2 more coming up tonight. We hope you join us at 6 p.m. for tip-off in Class D2 as Fall City Sacred Heart takes on Anselmo Myrna, and our nightcap this evening is St. Mary's of O'Neill against Archangels Catholic out of Northern Platte County. That's coming up tonight. Until then, thanks so much for watching. Thanks to our sponsors who make it possible, the NSAA for being our host, and all the coaches for getting us ready for today's games. On behalf of our fantastic crew and my partner Andy Klassen, I'm Michael Shively. Thanks for watching. Please join us at 6 o'clock.